Hello, everybody. Well, everybody that's going to be here eventually. There's nobody in here right now. Waiting for my Instagram stream to show up. Why does it seem? Oh, smoke. It's like, look at my screen. Doesn't it look all foggy? Or is it just the backlight? Probably. Could be the backlight. There's a bee trying to get out the window. Been doing it all day. At least all afternoon. Welcome, welcome. Gonna do some live readings. So, anybody who's interested, let me know, and you just have to go through my link tree. It's $10 minimum for the 4-card spread. And everybody who pays for a reading this month will go into a raffle, or it's the Wheel of Names. You can play you put your name in there as many times as you want every time you pay for a reading during that said month, which would be December for us. We'll do a drawing at the beginning of next month around the 4th, 5th. And we're giving away a 20-minute private session, which is a $66 value. Happy Friday, Kathy. So yeah, live readings. Hello, Care Bear. Over there on Instagram. Care Bear Celeste 801. I have to look over here because I'm getting Instagram comments here and then Facebook and YouTube comments here. So if you see me turning my head a lot, that's why. All right. Welcome, everybody. We're doing live readings right now. It's free to be here. You don't have to pay to be here. But if you'd like, they're only $10 per reading. And they're little mini readings, like one question readings. We get into it, or we can give you like a message from Spirit, whichever one you want. But once we get to 15 viewers, which we are regularly consistently for a little while, we'll give away a reading. And then if we get to 20, we'll give away another reading. We were just at 32, but we got a lot of looky-loos that surfed past it. Hello, Tyree. Welcome. My upper body's hot, but my lower body's cold. Weird. Yeah, I've got a few YouTube viewers in here. Hello, Rachel. Welcome. Well, I should say welcome back. Hello, Carol. Good to see you. No IG. I'm on IG, but I'm not. There's nobody on there right now. There was somebody that popped in, but right now there's nobody watching right on Instagram. I think I'm on there. Yeah, somebody's popped in, so I'm definitely live streaming. So how was everybody's day? Yep, I'm in the States. I'm in Arizona. Where are you, if you don't mind my asking? Where is everybody from? Let me know in the chat. Interested to know. It's been good. Awesome. Yeah. I was in Arizona. Right next to Chicago. My daughter just went to Chicago to work. She was setting up an event and then tearing it down. I've never been though. Gold country or cold country. Yeah, it is cold. The Windy City. Rachel in Texas. Are you south of Chicago? No city crap here. So Southern California. You know where Kathy lives. We stayed on her property for a while. Oh, we got 15 consecutive viewers. You guys, oh no, went to 11. The YouTube viewers are kind of fickle right now. Hello, Rose. How are you? Welcome back. Watching from Australia. Awesome. Everybody around the world here. At least we get a lot of Australian viewers and some from New Zealand. We've been getting some from South Africa lately, which is cool. Good to hear, Rose. Glad you're doing good. Oops, what did I just do? Oh, no. What about anybody else? Everybody else watching? Don't be shy. Kind of like the other style, the widescreen better, but I have to do the tall portrait for Instagram. You had to search for the live? Wow. Yeah, well, I don't have that much of a presence on Instagram. That's why I'm going live here now. Try to get more presence on there. Work it a little bit more. It should show. I was trying to figure out how to make. Yeah, I told you that. I'll make you a moderator there, but I don't know. Because I think you have to make them moderators on Instagram if you make them on Facebook. They automatically. But I don't know. It's not giving you guys any controls, right? Wonder if I can do it here. Let's see. It's not letting me. It's frozen. It's not frozen on my side. It's showing. Hello, Billy Joe. Man, lately when I've been getting on YouTube live, we'll get like a bunch of people in here and then figure out how to keep people around. Well, they hear $10 reading. Oh, never mind. It's not free. I don't know why it's not. I can't change you guys to moderators. Huh. I have to go through the Facebook side or Meta Business back office. Hopefully, I can find something in there. Yeah, it's kind of strange. They make it so difficult just to find something in the back office. You go through like 3 layers of pushing buttons. Because when we first jumped on, it went to like 32 or something like that. It's like, yay, getting viewers again. A lot of looky-loos, it looks like. Channel surfers. What's up, Aaron? There's a YouTube viewer. There's been a couple that have commented. I'm still here. Well, thank you for being here. It's been tough on Facebook, and YouTube's actually gotten better, but it's been tough on Facebook and TikTok. TikTok's getting a little better. That's because I'm giving free yes or no readings away. I'm sure. It's free. No, thank you, Rachel. I'm doing pretty good, man. How are you? Thank you for the $15 Cash App, Rachel. All right. Did you have a question or you just want a message from Spirit? And happy Friday, everybody. We made it. The weekdays go by so fast, though. It's crazy. Yeah, every day. Sunday usually goes by a little slower. Seems like it does. For me, at least. They all go by pretty fast. I'm just not looking forward to it quickly approaching summer. Only time I don't like out here is summer. Windy. That can get a little scary, but it's still cool in April and May. Good temperatures. You're home alone, huh? All right, Rachel. So you got the insects card first. You've been doing some work. You've been doing some things for yourself, which I see here. Um, the insects card is about having that support that we may not expect or we may not see, but we are being supported. In your case, I would say it's support from spirit, from your spirit guides, your higher self. Um, so ask and you shall receive for whatever help you need. And when you need help with whatever that is, spirit's going to help you with it, even if you're not seeing it. And that's what the insects card's about, is all about support. And then you get the shaman card, which is about completion, tying up loose ends, whether it's paperwork or whatever it is, or maybe you're, you know, organizing and you've completed it or you're close to completion. So, um, and it also ties into that spiritual side of things, right? That spiritual connection that you have, um, to God, to the universe, your angels, spirit guides. You have a close connection to them. Then the bones for casting. Pay attention to your intuition. Matter of fact, follow your intuition and listen to it. Listen to that still small voice. It they're helping you. This is where that support is coming from. Or one aspect of where that support is coming from. And then you got the pue, or the Hawaiian owl. It says your ancestral spirit guides are offering you guidance now. So pay close attention to signs and omens from them. Yep, it's all about connecting to those messengers or allowing those messages in. If the doctor's getting pacemaker. Oh, Dorothy, man, that's one strong woman. She's still going. How old is she now? There we go. You're very welcome, Rachel. Thank you. You're a big support. Y'all help keep this thing going. You really do. This is truthfully, we're people powered. So you're all the producers of this work. 88, 12/31. Wow. So she's a Capricorn, huh? My dad was born 2 days after Christmas. He's a Capricorn. Yeah, she's got Capricorn energy for sure. There's a bee in here and he's just buzzing away, trying to get out the window that's closed. Like, dude, how'd you get in here in the first place? I think it's time to shave. Getting too scruffy. All right. Yeah, you can still send via PayPal, Tracy. And thank you. Friday night. What are all your plans, everybody? Just chilling. Yeah, we may be doing karaoke tonight. We'll see. Just me and Norma. General. Okay. Thank you very much, Tracy. Scrolling social media. Okay, so looking back at the past, I don't know if you're stressing right now, or feeling like you want to do something, but you may not be able to do it. You will. You can accomplish anything you set your mind out to. So this is hiccups in the past. I think it was you and your husband that weren't working there for a while, right? When the government was shut down. Um, but this is also like looking at your accomplishments and how far you've came. It's important to kind of look back and reflect on that right now. Um, this is where I feel like your general level of just your mood is happiness right now. You get the South card, which is about abundance. So things are coming back into flow. And I think right now it's all about just taking care of yourself, nurturing yourself. Um, you got the Earth card, which is about nurturing. It's about that self-care, doing some grounding if necessary. That should help. Bingo, solitaire, and Angry Birds. Mine's golf and Angry Birds. Um, but you got the goose. Yes, it's time for self-care. It's time to relax. Give yourself some time. I see you as being a very busy and active person. So sometimes we need to slow down. And this is what Spirit's telling you right now. You got the goose. And the goose asks you to take time to rest and recuperate rather than continuing your striving. Yes, time for a break. Also, current job sucks. But also, new job. Well, take some time this weekend if you can to relax. Treat yourself to something. Maybe spa day or just chilling at home. New job. Well, that's good. You probably be better. As I see it, it's going to be a better job. What are you doing now? Or what are you going to be doing? Same thing? Nah, officer in two different volunteer organizations. Yeah, see, you're busy. That's why Spirit's like, okay, give yourself a minute. Give yourself a little time to rest. Whoops. I didn't mean to do that. My fingers. Touching the screen again. There we go. Safety manager. Going to your previous organization. It's a good thing, right? Come on, Instagrammers. Where are you? Collect dragons. What's that conversation? Oh, right. Okay. Yeah, you're happier there. Had a similar but different job. You're actually taking your husband's job. Oh, I remember talking to you about this in a reading. I remember. He retired. Whatever is he going to do with himself now? He retired. There's plenty to do. I promise. My dad rides his lawnmower around all the time. At least that's what I know. I mean, I don't think he's doing much. I'm surprised because he's a guy that likes to stay busy too. He does like his chill time though. And it's my niece's graduation party tonight. My sister's been stressing about it. I'm like, chill out. Hopefully declutter the house. Yeah, I hope she has fun. Then she's going on to get her PhD. She is very smart. I think she's going to be what is she? She's she's going to be a research doctor in the medical field. Is it bio? I don't think it's bioengineering. I think is it? It's like something like that. So good job, Taylor. Going to be the only one in our family that went that far that has a doctorate. At least that I know of. My sister's pretty damn smart too. But she's an entrepreneur. She does she's an esthetician, makeup artist. She does really well with that job. It's quiet. That was cool to see 30 something people in here. And they all went away. So I'm doing readings for $10. And they all went. Zoom. YouTube's kind of a different demographic though. Like I get actually like a lot of more men following or subscribing to my page than women, and it's usually mostly women. I mean, it's still mostly women, but I read my little analytics. They're important. Silence. I can see a tumbleweed going across the screen. Chat got quiet.
Yeah.
Hello, Colette. Welcome back.
Juicy. Tickle in my throat.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm allergic to something out here. It might just be the cold weather. Or the kind of in between. How are you doing, Colette? Who's still on Instagram? Kathy? It sucks you had to search for me. Took a break from the freaking white stuff. Yeah. I'm so glad I don't have to deal with it like I did before. Oh yeah, I remember shoveling one year. Oh man, I don't know. This was what, 7 years ago. We lived in South Weber. That snow was oh man, it was bad. It was like it'd snow 3 feet, and then the next day it'd snow another 3 feet. I'm doing pretty good. Thank you for asking. Yeah, the snow is something I don't like anymore. We get a little dusting here in the winter, but not too much. Like January, February. It actually most likely to snow in March, which is weird compared to where I came from, Utah. Usually snows like first part of December and then stops. Well, most of it stops in February. But I mean, Utah's had a snowstorm in like, was it June? I never saw it snow in June, but my dad did. That was when he was younger, when he was a kid. Yeah, the shoveling is it's snowing a lot. A never ending job. Told your kids you won't be living here all your life. You need that. You need to eat. Yeah, I mean, really, it got so cold that it was affecting my joints. And I was like, enough cold. I don't want this cold anymore. Now, it gets a little bit cold here, like single digits. And sometimes every once in a while, I think it gets below like a little bit. But for the most part, it doesn't get real cold here like in some places. Yeah, it hurts. You're right. It does hurt. But where I came from, they call it the greatest snow on earth. That's their slogan. So for the state, or did they change the slogan? No, I don't think they did either. But where I was up in northern Utah, so we got a lot more snow. Up by Park City, Utah. We were about an hour and 15 minutes away from Park City, Utah. And yeah, it snowed a lot there. Just still does. I think they're starting to get their snow now. I think they got it late, but they're getting it now. And just it looks pretty. And then after cars have been driving on it on the road, it gets all like slushy and gray and dirty. What's up, Tina? How are you doing? What's going on? What are you doing right now? Other than watching the live stream, what are you up to? You live in Snowland? A balmy 25. Yee. About 3 inches of snow. Gets shovel at home, then you get to shovel at work. That sounds fun. Shoveling is some backbreaking work. I actually quit a job because it was a painting job. I was a painter. And we ran out of work for a little while painting. So to keep us there, he was paying me like, I don't know, I think I was getting paid like $8 an hour. This was back in the early 90s. Yeah, because my son was just born. Cleaning and purging, nice. But we were going up to these, where he lived was like a more, a richer area, bigger houses, and they got so much snow that year. There was like 4 or 5 feet of snow on top of these roofs, and I was up there with a shovel. And I said, okay, enough of that. I'm done with this job because I was doing it for a few days, but yeah, then I don't remember what I ended up doing after that. I had a lot of jobs doing a lot of different things. I was a car detailer, painter, prep cook, dishwasher. These were all when I was younger. Car salesman. Worked on the night crew of Albertsons, the stocking crew. They don't even do that anymore. That you ever notice that in grocery stores, at least around here, like Utah. Now they do all the stocking during the day, so they're always in your way. Like they have all their new stock that came in that they have to unpack and put up. Where they did a lot of that at night, they're just saving money now, so they don't have to pay a night crew, so they close. But it's annoying. And after the whole C word, they rearranged their stores and redesigned them so the aisles seem smaller now. You did car detailing? I had fun at that job. I was the assistant manager. That's assistant manager, being a cop without a gun. And you get blamed for everything. I thought it'd be cool. I mean, it was a cool job though. I like doing my favorite part of that job was going to pick up cars from dealerships. Like brand new Mustangs or big trucks. And, don't tell anybody, but we'd race them. Because we'd all go up in like one car. It'd be like 3 or 4 of us pick up a car. And yeah, we'd go look at the board. And when you have seniority in the detail shop, you're like, I'm taking the sports car. That was all fun until my little brother started to come work for us. And we lived right across the street from the place that we got a car. He was in a Corvette and he fishtailed it and did donuts in the parking lot, and we got in trouble. So no more racing around in the cars after that. Racing for pinks, yeah, but the cars weren't ours. So I had one job working in a. Well, I actually worked in a couple places 'cause I worked some temp jobs, working in like a factory or not a factory, a plant. I don't know what you call it. One place, oh, I worked for Lifetime Supply, which they make like basketball backboards and basketball hoops, and they make a lot of tables, like the ones a lot of us buy here in the West Coast. We buy their Lifetime tables, like from Office Max and stuff. Warehouse, there we go. I never liked those jobs because it was like the same thing over and over again. Oh, that was so tedious for me. Then I got my dad trained me to be a cabinet installer and countertop fabricator. So I had that job for quite a while. And then,
Auction house. That's
yeah, you worked at an auction house. You were running cars too. Yeah, I just couldn't handle it. Okay. And the one that I got a job at, which was a pretty good paying job, but I was young. Oh, what was the place called? It used to be it was kind of like Walgreens, but I worked in their warehouse. And at lunch, like, they're out here trying to like, giving us like a pep talk. I'm like, this is my lunch. You're giving us like we're having a pep rally right now. Can you let me eat? I walked out after lunch. I'm like, no, I can't handle this every day. I worked at Olive Garden. I worked at another nicer restaurant called Muldoon's. Your favorite job was getting credit for all the returned items at Toys R Us. Nice. I had to put good stuff back on the shelves. We used to race to the power wheels. Race the power wheels. That's funny. Toys R Us. I loved that place when I was a kid. That was like the toy mecca. I had a job collecting that. Oh, I didn't like that job. Collecting for people that were late on their car loan payments.
yeah.
No, I mean, yeah, it's not my bag. Like going and collecting from people that were having financial issues. One time I went to a house and there was like it's like a whole family of big Samoans. And that one kind of scared me. Like times I go knock on people's doors, I knew they were inside, but yeah, it's just no fun like collecting on, especially when most of those people are just having financial hardship. And some other jobs too. I'm thinking they were more not as memorable. I had a temp job one time. First day I get in there, it was like a smelting plant or some kind of machine shop. I think it was a machine shop. And the first job they give me is, hey, go get in that vat of chemicals with no real like, no like suits or anything. Just get in this vat of chemicals that's toxic and clean it out. Oh, another fun job I had was working at a college as their groundskeeper basically, but they called us, what was the fancy name for it? Something maintenance.
Grounds maintenance.
It wasn't grounds maintenance. It was something else. I can't remember. It was a fancy name for groundskeeper. Had a job at a golf course doing the same thing. Greenkeeper. That one was fun. I liked mowing on their green mower. I was never a janitor though. Hey, you were a janitor, huh? Yeah, I can't remember what it's called. It was like something management, but I can't remember. But we got like a vehicle to go drive around in. There was like the whole crew before I got there. It was probably a couple of years before I got there, a few years. They'd actually made a little place in this grove of oaks. oak trees. They spent like a day or two carving out this secret spot so they'd go back there and take a nap. Oh, I was a paint. I painted apartments too. That was like a kind of under the table job. We were helping my dad's friend. He's the one that got the jobs, and then me and my brother were in there helping him. Been a painter a couple of times. What is you guys? I know that a couple of you been talking about your jobs. What was your favorite job and your worst job, or least favorite job? Oh, that's another one. Now that you said deliver subpoenas. Oh, what did I just do? I had to deliver subpoenas once. It was funny. One guy wouldn't take it, so my coworker just put it on the seat of his van. He took 20 minutes trying to get in the van without touching it. Didn't work. Process server, right? Isn't that what they call that? Yeah, I also delivered auto parts too. That was another job I had. And then being a psychic, that's my favorite. Kitchen working in a kitchen too, another one that I didn't really like. That was my first job other than being a paper boy. But my first like job real job was working at Garcia's, a Mexican restaurant. They're kind of like a Applebee's or whatever, like mid-level restaurant. I worked there for a while until the it just got stressful because the kitchen boss was just an a-hole, yelling at everybody in your face. And one night it was really busy, and he grabbed the silverware tray full of silverware. You know, the ones that have the little cup that they all sit in. It was like a bunch of them on one tray, and he threw them at us. So I said, "I'm out. I'm done with that." But yeah, that's the night stalker was not stalker, but stalker, firefighter, and chef. Worst was title service. Yeah, I didn't want to deal with that guy anymore. I'm like, here, he can do the dishes tonight. That job was kind of stressful, especially on a busy night. I think I got that job when I was 15. I think I was making $3.25 an hour. But you're a fighter. You would probably have some really cool stories, Tina. Working in the kitchen is stressful. You got to be like the right type of person to do that. You got to have the right type of temperament. 'Cause there's a constant yelling going on. Not that I mind, I just don't like being talked down to. That one is like one of my buttons. I feel like I'm being condescended to or talked down to like a little kid. You were an OSHA inspector? Try not to mention it. Fun for all the things you don't know. No people do, but crappy for everything else. Yeah. Oh, and really, an OSHA inspector for most places, you could go to like almost any place of business and you're going to find something. It's 333 right now. Yeah, you'll find a violation. It's hard to not. Some people are like flagrant with it, though. I remember learning in school when I went to wood shop. They're like your saw, skill saw. Like they showed like what not to do, and you put a nail in it so you hold the guard up so it works faster, because it works a lot faster without the guard up. There's another job. I was a framer. Got a job as a framer. First thing I saw when I was there was they had the guard up with the nail. Working as a department manager in automotive at Walmart. I've heard a lot of people that work at Walmart that do not like that job.
It's really not fun. I was a cashier.
They're like micromanaged, huh?
Yeah.
I like told myself, and hopefully it still holds out the rest of my life, I'm never going to work in fast food. And I haven't so far. Managed to get a job before that, but I did work in the kitchen, like I said, as a dishwasher mostly. Sometimes I was a prep cook. Being a prep cook at Olive Garden was awesome because they're breadsticks. That's what I was making, and cutting onions and cutting vegetables. Oh, wow. Wholesale grocery store that used robots to package pallets. Taco Bell was your first job? Taco smell. I know. You know, I actually ate there the other day and they weren't too bad because I missed like their 7-layer burrito and their 39 tacos. That was nice when they were only that much. But we got like burritos and what was the other things? A double crunch or something. That was like double layered. Those are pretty good. But for the most part, I try to stay away from Taco Bell. There's not much there. I do like their crunch wraps, and those are still pretty affordable. Like their breakfast crunch wrap is really good. I mean, for fast food. Now I'm getting hungry talking about food. No, I won't eat there. Well, I mean, like, what was it? When I was growing up, or I was in my 20s then. But yeah, still growing up. You're still a child when you're in your 20s. But Scone Cutter, I remember Scone Cutter. Remember Shoney's? That was a pretty cool place too. Didn't last very long. But anyway, there was like within a couple of years, there were 2 hepatitis outbreaks at Taco Bell's, 2 different Taco Bells in my area. And my ex-brother-in-law, he worked there and he told me what they'd do to people if they pissed him off at the drive-thru. I'm like, oh, that's disgusting. Johnny Carino's Italian Grill, where he started. Then burger joints. It's amazing how many jobs you get over the course of a lifetime. My brother had a job, and I swear, it was like, well, the second job because he worked for me first or worked for the detail shop. But he got a job at Albertsons, and he worked his way all the way up to manager. He worked at he was in butcher. He was what do they call him? General merchandising manager. He was a stalker at first and a bag boy. Yeah, he worked his way all the way up there, and he worked there. How long did he work there? From like 17 or 16 till he was like in his 30s, even more. Then he went, yeah. And then he went to be a butcher again. So he sold insurance. Now he's back as a grocery store manager in his area. Because he lives up in the mountains, kind of boondocking like me. He lives right next to a golf course, so he's content there. Well, everybody, I think we're going to sign off unless anybody else wants a reading, let me know. But if you do want a private reading, go to my website, www.psychicshaman333.com. I also teach a class every Sunday, mostly. Sometimes we have to postpone it for another day that week. But anyway, yeah, just look for the Metaphysical Mystics tab on page on my website. You can find out how to enroll there. And thank you all for being here. It's fun having a chat about work and food and everything else.
Right.
Everybody have a great Friday night, and we'll see you soon. Much love, everybody.